Ever wondered who truly pulls the strings behind the most cataclysmic events? In the realm of Norse mythology, it's not always the gods you expect. Meet Angrboda, the mother whose controversial choices and monstrous lineage directly paved the way for Ragnarök, the ultimate twilight of the gods. Dive into the dark, intertwined fates of a mother, her horrifying children, and the world they're destined to unravel. Before the prophecy, the giantess in the ironwood. Long before Mjolnir struck its first blow, before Odin plucked wisdom from the tree of pain, Angrboda lived in the shadowed heart of Jonvir, Ironwood. She did not bask in the halls of the Aesir nor seek favor in the courts of gods. She was wild as the primeval forest, fierce as winter that does not end, and patient as the slow turning of fate itself. Her home was no throne room, it was a den of roots and shadows. There, the air tasted of prophecy and sap. Creatures born of sorrow slinked between blackened trunks. The wind carried whispers of futures that even Odin dared not fully glimpse. Angrboda did not fear these omens. She lived among them. To encounter her was to feel the weight of inevitability, to sense the silent loom where destinies of gods and monsters were woven side by side. The children that shaped the end. Angrboda's children were not accidents, they were fulcrums upon which the cosmos would tilt. Fenrir, the wolf destined to shatter bonds forged by divine fear. Jormungandr, the world serpent sleeping in the ocean's deepest cradle. Hel, the silent queen who rules the dead with an unblinking, impartial gaze. These children were not born of malice, they were born of imbalance. Of a union between chaos and knowledge, between Loki's cunning and Angrboda's ancient power. Each child emerged with a fate braided so tightly into the world's foundations that even the gods trembled. Yet Angrboda did not recoil from them. She pressed her massive hand to their foreheads and listened to the heartbeat of prophecy. She knew what the gods feared to admit. That the end had already begun the moment they drew their first breath. Why the gods spoke her name in fear, the Aesir whispered about Angrboda in bitter tones. Not because she waged war against them, but because she carried what they could not control. She was a mother of monsters who could topple empires without lifting a blade. Odin sent spies into the ironwood. Thor's thunder edged its way toward her borders. Frigg wept quietly for what her visions revealed. Yet none approached her directly. For they understood a terrible truth. You cannot kill prophecy. And you cannot break the mother of prophecy's children. Every decision Angrboda made was a thread in the tapestry of Ragnarök. Every lullaby whispered in the ironwood carried a tremor into the halls of the gods. The truth behind the coming doom. Mortals imagine Ragnarök as a sudden collapse, fire, wolves, oceans rising in fury. But Angrboda knew better. The end is slow. It grows like roots beneath the soil, spreading quietly until the ground gives way all at once. Her children were not weapons. They were triggers, manifestations of truths the gods tried to lock away. Fenrir grew because the Aesir feared him. Jormungandr circled the world because order requires a boundary. Hel ruled the dead because the dead needed a keeper. Their destinies were not punishment. They were balance demanding to be restored, no matter the cost. And Angrboda, more than anyone, understood that balance requires endings. More than a monster mother, the guardian of dark necessity, to view Angrboda only as the mother of calamity is to miss her depth. She was not a schemer or a tyrant, she was a witness to the cosmic truth that creation and destruction are siblings, not enemies. She raised her children not with affection as mortals know it, but with a fierce honesty. She taught them to accept the weight of their destinies. To stand unflinching in the face of divine fear. To embrace the roles carved into their very bones. Within the ironwood, she kept a sanctuary for the outcast, the misshapen, the foretold. Not of love, but of recognition. In her presence, even monsters understood they belonged. The silence that still echoes in the ironwood. Because the gods feared her children, they painted Angrboda as a figure of dread. A corrupter. A bringer of chaos. A threat to the ordered world. But she was none of those. She was a mother who understood the oldest law of all realms. that nothing endures forever. And endings are not always evil, they are truth. If you step into a deep forest at dusk, where branches twist like runes and the air hangs heavy with unspoken futures, you may sense her presence. A breath of cold inevitability. A pulse of prophecy. A reminder that even gods cannot escape what is written. The mother beneath the twilight. To understand Angrboda is to understand the inevitability woven into Norse myth. She is not the roar of battle or the blaze of Surtur's sword, but the quiet hand that set the first stone rolling toward the avalanche. Her story is one of dark wisdom, of children who reshape the cosmos, of choices that ripple into the end of days. She is the keeper of monstrous destinies, the guardian of truths the gods refuse to face, the mother of the world's unraveling. If you want to explore more shadowed figures, monstrous lineages, or the hidden architects behind Norse destiny, just tell me where to wander next.